Hi, this is Mrs. Oakley, and today we're going to look at Unit 4, Lesson 1C. This is the last of your notes on that first sheet. All right, so rounding decimals. To round a decimal to a given place value, look at the decimal to the right of the place value. If the digit is 5 or higher, we round up. If the digit is less than 5, we round down. So first off, the first thing you need to do when we're rounding is we got to figure out what place value. What does it tell us to do? So here it says to find the tenths. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say 0.15. And I'm going to highlight this number because that's the number I'm rounding. But remember when we round, we look behind the number we're rounding. Number 5 or higher, we round up. Okay, so 5 tells the 1 to become a 2. Everything in front stays the same. Everything behind becomes a 0. Now, with decimals, we don't have to add all these zeros, right? We could just leave it like that, or you could put it like this since it was. Okay, now let's look at this one. 1.33333. It says the hundredths, so let's find the hundredths. Here's the hundredths. I'm going to look back at the 3. 3 is less than 5, so this number is going to stay the same. So 3. Remember, everything in front of it stays the same. Everything behind it becomes zeros. Good job. All right, let's try this one together. These two together, actually. Thousands. Write our number. 58 and 90261. Oop, this should have been a 6. Okay, highlight the thousands, tenths, hundreds. Oop, I didn't get my highlighter, did I? That was a 2. So let's go backwards here and look at the 6. 6 tells this 2 to become a 3. Everything in front stays the same. Everything behind it becomes, that's right, zeros. So we have 58 and 903 thousandths. All right, here we go. 10. 9.04. Finding the tenths, we have this. Looking backwards, we have a 4, so it tells us not to change the 0. So the 0 stays the same. Everything else becomes zeros. Now I could write it like this, or because there's nothing behind the decimal but zeros, I could also say it's equal to just 9. Okay, do 26 and 27 by yourself, and then we're going to look at 28 together. Pause the video and then come back and see if you got it correct. All right, for this one, it's to do the hundredths. So 10, this is the hundredths, the 9 is the hundredths. I'm going to say 2.2958. And I'm going to draw arrows so you know that that's where I'm going to. So I'm going to the hundredths. I'm looking back at the 5. So this is going to, the 5 is going to tell the 9 to become a 10. So 10, carry the 1 over. So this will be 2.3. Because think about it, we had 29 hundredths, moving it up to 30. That was a little tricky, wasn't it? All right, 116.2832519. So it asks us to go to the 10,000. So tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000. And that's a really bad looking. Let me fix it. Looking back at the 5. 5 tells the 3 to be, or 2 to become a 3. Everything in front of it stays the same. So I get that. Great job. All right, let's look at number 28 together. The atomic weight of iron is 55 and 845 thousandths. What is the atomic weight of the iron to the nearest hundred? Okay, so let's put this number down. 55 and 845 hundredths, or thousandths, I mean. Hundredths, that's this number here. So looking backwards, 5's going to tell the 4 to go up. So this is going to be a 5. Everything in front stays the same. So we get 55 and 85 hundredths. Great job. You finished Unit 4, Lesson 1 notes. You may head back to class craft, and I'll see you back here for Unit 4, Lesson 2.